If you've been on YouTube around the early to mid 2010s, you've probably watched or at least heard of the genre of trolling videos, especially in the gaming community. But does the genre live on in YouTube's current climate? To answer this question, we need some context. In the early days of the internet, trolling wasn't as widespread given that social media wasn't invented at the time, but that doesn't mean trolling wasn't being practiced. The earliest known forms of trolling can be traced back to the late 1980s when people purposefully posted irrelevant or provocative messages on news groups and bulletin board systems to provoke reactions from others. It wouldn't be until the early 2000s when trolling became a phenomenon on the internet, with the release of online forum sites like 4chan, Something Awful, and Reddit. Online gaming, email systems, and chat rooms were no exceptions to having trolls running rampant either. This is where the term hiding behind a computer screen would originate from. The anonymity the internet provided allowed trolls to flourish, as it allowed them to mess with people without facing any real-world consequences. The boom of social media only further fueled the flames as it allowed people all across the world to connect with others instantly and efficiently. Trolling videos on YouTube have become quite significant since the website first launched. While early trolling videos consisted of prank calls most of the time, trolling in online games was the most prevalent form of trolling on YouTube, with games such as Call of Duty and Minecraft being the two primary breeding grounds for trolling content to be made on.
Trying to kill her when he's trying to shoot his RPG.
You think that you are the best Call of Duty player in the world because your mom, she just decided to
Donald Duck, what's the word of the day? What's the word of the day?
Yo, mama's
Call of Duty trolling began to rise in popularity upon the release of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which was the first Call of Duty game to be released on the 7th generation of consoles. Those consoles were the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3, and the Nintendo Wii. With the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 having online play capabilities with voice chat, some common methods of trolling in Call of Duty or some other shooter games like Halo 3 mainly consisted of targeting people with generally bad tempers or young kids with high-pitched voices, or squeakers, by killing them in-game repeatedly, team killing, camping, or by simply egging them on through the game's built-in voice chat. Many early trolling YouTubers would pioneer this subgenre of trolling videos, with Minnesota Burns being a prime example. Fast forward to the early to mid 2010s, which many consider the golden era of trolling videos. New YouTubers would enter into the trolling scene, but instead of making people mad, they would instead try to make people laugh by doing voice impressions. One of those YouTubers was Raymond Goley, also known as TheDuckVoice, who created his YouTube channel in mid 2013. He was formerly known as Nabsy and uploaded Skate 3 gameplay videos while being a part of a now defunct Skate 3 group called Rise Skating. He would also collaborate with fellow YouTuber and friend Ezzo, who would upload similar content to his, but unfortunately on January 14th, 2015, Ezzo was involved in a car crash that ended up taking his life at just 19 years old. Sometime after this tragedy, Nabsy would switch up his content and make trolling videos revolving around his impression of Donald Duck and other Disney characters, hence his new alias, TheDuckVoice. On top of making trolling videos on games like Call of Duty, he would also make Omegle trolling videos, which was a website that allowed you to talk with random people via a microphone and a webcam, or by text only. These videos would allow his channel to flourish with his new profound success in the trolling video subgenre. However, in late June 2023, TheDuckVoice would delete his channel and a few other channels he also owned. The reason he did this is unknown, but it's rumored that it could be because of potential mental health problems. One day after deleting his channel, TheDuckVoice would make his last appearance on the internet through a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 trolling video uploaded by another prominent trolling YouTuber, Xbox Addictions. He and Xbox Addictions have been friends for a long time as they have collaborated on a Minecraft trolling video in the past. Upon being asked about TheDuckVoice's last known appearance in June 2024, Xbox Addictions responded by saying, "I wish I knew. I have his phone number, but whenever I've reached out, he doesn't respond. Not sure what he's up to these days, but yeah, he did delete his channel for some reason." Needless to say, we can only hope that TheDuckVoice is doing okay, since it's been over a year since he was last heard from, and he's fallen completely off the grid. All in all, he'll be remembered as one of the most comedic trolling YouTubers to have ever graced YouTube as a whole. But while TheDuckVoice was one of the first voice impression trollers on YouTube, another prominent troll who was known for his mom voice was a man named Mike Karam, also known as Best in Class on YouTube. He used to be known as Big Boy Gaming, but later changed his name. While his old videos have been since privated or deleted, it's safe to assume that he's been making trolling videos throughout the time he's been on YouTube. He gained traction thanks to his mom abusing child trolling series where he would impersonate an angry mother beating his son for misbehaving on various Call of Duty games.
His mom.
You're still on it! Come here! Come here! Mom, go! Stop! Oh, you fucking shit!
Holy shit.
Get off this game! This is the last time I'm telling you! What is this?
An F.
An F?
Yes!
You told me you studied! What were you doing when you said you were studying?
Playing Xbox.
Just playing my game.
You're playing your game?
Mom, what are you doing? What are you doing?
No more video games! You need to fucking study!
The origin of the mom voice goes back to when Best in Class would make moaning noises in class at school, and he realized that he was able to make a voice impression of an angry mom by doing so. This was how he got the idea to make the mom abusing child trolling videos. The first known mom abusing child video dates back to mid-December 2013, back when Call of Duty Ghosts first came out. He would portray a teen gamer playing video games in his mom's basement, who lived with said mom who would yell at him and occasionally abuse him, hence the name of the series. This would be Best in Class's biggest claim to fame, and eventually his channel would accumulate over 2 million subscribers. Alongside making the mom abusing child series, he also made other videos such as his security camera trolling series and some other vlogs with his mom or friends. Further on in his career, he would start to make voice changer trolling videos where he would put on a deep voice, a high-pitched voice, and pretend to be a squeaker with it, or just general randomness. Similar to the Duck Voice, he would also make Omegle videos, but dress up as a woman while doing his mom voice impression to troll people into thinking he was actually a girl. And somehow, he convinced some people, which would make for an entertaining video.
This is obviously fake. Hang on.
He got so excited and let down! Oh my god!
He started jacking out. You can see his computer screen like this.
All in all, his comedy and sense of humor allowed his career to flourish in the YouTube landscape, as he was allowed to build a cult following out of it. Today, he does more or less the same thing he has been doing all these years, but his latest upload about TikTok ASMR suggests that he's looking to branch out to other forms of content. Aside from the branching out part, the same can be said for fellow YouTuber Azers, who has collaborated with Best in Class and undoubtedly has quite an amazing and unlikely success story. Arif Zahir, better known as Azers Online, first started making videos in 2007 on a YouTube channel called Arif Lopes. He would upload magic trick videos as well as early renditions of his voice impressions of characters from the TV show Family Guy.
No, no, no! No, not again. Beta. Donut! Donut!
Excuse me. I was looking for a car that's been tricked out to look like an ice cream truck. You know, that plays the tunes for all the young children.
Beta, I need your help. Bonnie's being a bitch.
Eventually, he created the Azers channel in late 2012 and uploaded his first video at the beginning of 2013. From there, he would upload Call of Duty voice impression trolling videos where he would do voice impressions of Cleveland Brown from Family Guy, former US President Barack Obama, Ted the Teddy Bear from Ted, and he would even pretend to be a group of Italian mobsters in his series The Mob Boss. The mobsters he would portray were all original characters made by him. Eventually, he would broaden his horizons and do voice impressions of other characters like Black Panther.
Hello, my friend. How are you doing, huh?
I'm doing very fine, and you?
Wakanda forever.
Yes, I am the king of Wakanda.
Pennywise.
You ask too many questions. Come down to the sewer. We'll talk in private.
And even some celebrities.
You're the worst president.
Excuse me, that's false news. Take it back, thank you.
You're the... Wait, that sounds like Donald Trump.
Maybe because Donald J. Trump himself is playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Fast forward to mid-2020, and Mike Henry, the original voice actor for Cleveland Brown, would step down as the character's voice actor amidst the Black Lives Matter movement. He would go on to say, "I love this character, but persons of color should play characters of color. Therefore, I will be stepping down from the role." Essentially, he felt like it would be wrong to voice an African-American character as a white person, and that characters of a certain race should have a voice actor who shares the same race. It was an attempt to stray away from any whitewashing that would potentially stir in some controversy. Because of Mike Henry stepping down, the executive producers for Family Guy, Rich Appel and Alex Sulkin, were looking for someone to fulfill the role of Cleveland, and that's how the director for the show, Greg Colton, stumbled upon Arif's YouTube channel. Thus, Arif was given the role to be cast as Cleveland Brown. They saw him as a perfect fit for the role, as Arif had been studying the character throughout his years of watching Seth MacFarlane's works. Needless to say, what started as impersonating a cartoon character for a goofy series of Call of Duty trolling ended up giving Arif the biggest opportunity and privilege of his life, voicing that very same character that he has been doing voice impressions of for years. And this would probably be the most ironic success story on all of YouTube. Alongside Call of Duty trolling videos, Minecraft trolling videos were also a very popular subgenre on YouTube. The Minecraft trolling subgenre existed before Minecraft was fully released, but the trolling space truly started to gain some traction after the game came out on the Xbox 360 in mid-2012. In most Minecraft trolling videos, trolls would steal things, trap their victims, and, most commonly, grief their creations using TNT and lava. Trolls would also trick little kids into thinking Herobrine was in their world by using a Herobrine skin and pretending to be the aforementioned character. Herobrine trolling videos would become popularized by a YouTuber known as Xbox Addictions. Xbox Addictions first created his channel in mid to late 2011 and uploaded his first video in late 2012, where he would troll his own little brother. This would become his niche on the website, and it allowed him to attract an audience that would quickly grow as he kept uploading more trolling videos along with the help of the community channel Video Games. His videos would feature him and fellow YouTuber Master of Luck griefing and messing with squeakers. He also made a second channel for uploading miscellaneous videos as well as reveal videos, where he would reveal who he was to his victims after he would troll them. He would also make Where Are They Now type of videos, where he would get back into contact with the kids he trolled years ago and essentially interview them and catch up with them to see how they were doing. As his channel grew bigger and bigger, Xbox Addictions would expand to other games such as Call of Duty and Fortnite, and these videos would be just as, if not more popular than his traditional Minecraft videos. However, while everything was on the up for Xbox Addictions, an unexpected turn of events would occur that would cause him to lose his channel. In late 2019, just a few days before YouTube made strict changes to its bullying and harassment policies, Xbox Addictions' channel was terminated for violating YouTube's guidelines on harassment and bullying seemingly out of nowhere. What makes his termination odd is that he had no previous community guideline strikes before getting his channel banned. It just happened without any warning. Soon after, Xbox Addictions would upload a video onto his Xbox Plays channel entitled Xbox Addictions Terminated, where he would express his thoughts, feelings, and general confusion about his channel being terminated.
If you did not know, on December 5th of 2019, my account was suspended. Well, actually, my account was terminated out of the blue. I had no idea this was even coming. Usually when you get an account taken down by YouTube, you get some kind of a warning that your account is about to be taken down. But in my case, there was no warning whatsoever. On my channel, I had no strikes. I had no takedowns. For some reason, everything is just being put on me, and I'm not really sure why, and honestly I don't have any answers as to why any of this happened. It doesn't make any sense. I'm just as confused as all of you guys. It kind of sucks because, I mean, that was a channel I built up to 3.6 million subscribers over the course of 8 years. We just recently hit 8 years on the channel, and to lose all of that really overnight with no warning that it was coming or that it was about to happen really sucks. But yeah, basically my channel is deleted. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it back. I don't know if trolling is even allowed on YouTube anymore. I mean, it doesn't make any sense why I'm the only one being punished. There's plenty of other people on the platform, like I said, that make the same type of videos.
He would later upload a follow-up to the video entitled Xbox Addictions Update, where he would go on to mention how he wasn't the only trolling channel terminated, but 3 other trolling YouTubers, Master of Luck included, were also terminated around the same time he was. On top of that, he would talk about how his fans spammed some of the YouTube gaming staff to the point where they reached out to Xbox Addictions, but it ended up being a loose end as a higher up at YouTube was pretty adamant about keeping him and the 3 other YouTubers banned off the platform.
One of the main things I said in that video was how I was the only trolling channel that was being targeted and I was the only one that got taken down and terminated. Well, that is no longer the case. If you guys were not aware, about 3 weeks ago, more specifically on February 3rd, YouTube took down 3 other major trolling channels, and you probably know these guys are pretty popular, one of them being Pro Pepper. But they didn't stop there. They also terminated Introlsive. If you guys don't know him, he also made Fortnite trolling videos. He had over 1 million subscribers. And they also terminated the Master of Luck. Now, this one is actually not that much of a shock. I figured if anyone was going to get terminated out of the trolling community, it was most likely going to be him because we had so many videos together. And he actually had a lot of videos where he just straight up uploaded my video, which was a thing because we used to record like 24/7. But there was also another thing that I talked about in the original Xbox Addictions terminated video that I want to give an update on. So, in the video, I explained that I could potentially get my account back if everybody got together and tweeted this tweet that I put in the description, and basically the tweet just added 3 people that worked at YouTube Gaming and it just kind of explained the situation. Well, I really have to thank you guys because they ended up getting spammed so much that they really had no choice but to reply to me, and I ended up talking to a few of these guys and they really tried to help me get my account back, and unfortunately they said that there's nothing they could do because apparently whoever works at the enforcement team, or I guess whoever is in charge of taking down accounts, really wants to make an example out of me, and they will not budge. They want to keep my account terminated. They're trying to keep it suspended.
However, while all hope was lost in getting his channel back, Xbox Addictions would resort to re-uploading his videos onto his Patreon account, and also uploading new trolling videos that either were unreleased or all new, both on his Patreon and on his Xbox Plays channel. He's still active on the internet to this very day, and as of this video, he has uploaded a Where Are They Now video with a previous griefing victim. But while Xbox Addictions was one of many people who were terminated for making trolling videos, many trolling YouTubers somehow survived the trolling channel purge, one being a very prominent figure in the Minecraft trolling community. Nick Nares, also known as Unstoppable Luck, created his YouTube channel in early 2011. He would make his first video with another fellow YouTuber and friend Sam Gladiator, who is mostly known for his Yandere High School Minecraft series on his YouTube channel. His first video was about him and Sam going into an online Halo Reach match to trick Sam's other friends into thinking that he was getting married online. His second upload wouldn't be made until 2012, when he would upload his first ever Minecraft trolling video entitled Minecraft Griefing Episode 1. This would officially kick off his career in the ever-growing Minecraft trolling scene on YouTube. From there, he would go on to continue to release more Minecraft trolling videos where he would mess with his victims, or more commonly, grief their Minecraft worlds through any means necessary. Later on in mid-2015, Nick attended Minecon 2015 in Europe, where he took his trolling to the next level by taking a staff member's microphone while that staff member was under the impression that Nick would ask a question regarding Minecraft, but instead he would grab the microphone and scream Kappa.
Everyone spam Kappa in the chat! Kappa! It's more of a proposition than a question. Now, today is my birthday. I'm not gonna ask you to sing me happy birthday, but everyone spam Kappa in the chat, and let's get a nice loud Kappa. No, you guys. So, let's try again.
They weren't even excited for us.
Kappa. Kappa. This is cringy. This is cringy. I'm sorry. Cringe compilation.
This clip would go viral and would be featured in the most awkward moments in Minecon 2015 video, which was how the dedicated wham meme became popular back in 2013. The meme would allow Nick to gain more popularity online and allow his career to flourish significantly. However, while everything seemed to be on the up, this trend of good fortune for Nick would come crashing down. In June of 2017, Nick got into a car accident that resulted in him having severe injuries to his neck, back, and shoulders. Because of this incident, he would delay his "I trolled my friends on Minecraft, now they hate me" video 6 months after the accident happened. After the video was uploaded, he would end up going on a 5-year hiatus from his YouTube channel while he recovered from his injuries. Throughout the time he was gone, rumors would spread among his fanbase and the trolling community about him allegedly being dead and or paralyzed from the neck down. However, he would remain active on his Twitter account even while on his 5-year hiatus from YouTube. Finally, in December of 2022, Nick uploaded a video entitled Hello Again, after 5 years of radio silence on his channel. The video shows him explaining the car crash and his injuries and how it affected him mentally and physically, as well as how the COVID-19 pandemic slowed his recovery to a crawl thanks to the lockdown restrictions in Canada. He also talked about the rumors and how people have passed off what was being said about him as true despite the rumors being overfabricated or straight up not true. The last thing he would mention was how making Minecraft videos felt like walking on glass thanks to YouTube's new policy and how different the website was being run in comparison to back when Minecraft trolling videos were in their prime. From this, it's inferred that Nick will no longer be making Minecraft trolling videos, sadly. These days, Nick has been going to trade school as he saw YouTube as an unreliable way to make income given his circumstances and how YouTube's climate is today. He also noted that their communication isn't the best either. He also has been regularly interacting with his fans inside of his Discord server. Nick would later upload 4 new videos after the Hello Again video, with one of them being an animated version of one of his most popular trolling videos. But while we know the whereabouts of Unstoppable Luck and the others previously mentioned, excluding TheDuckVoice, how do trolling videos survive in YouTube's current landscape? Over the years, trolling videos have generally become a dying fad, and while it's mostly because the genre is no longer in the interest of the public, YouTube itself played a role in the decline of trolling videos. As previously mentioned, in December of 2019, YouTube made major changes to its harassment and bullying policy. This would include cracking down on and being more strict on videos that were considered threats and personal attacks, harassing behavior, and toxic comments. While trolling videos aren't inherently mentioned in YouTube's initial blog post, they likely fall under the harassing behavior category, at least in YouTube's eyes. These days, trolling videos are typically more lighthearted in contrast to how they used to be, as they aren't being made at the expense of the victims, but now they're mostly just friends messing with each other in a more playful and friendly way. Overall, while trolling videos back in the day were more malicious per se, trolling videos today are only made for laughs without the expense of the people who get trolled. Although trolling videos have evolved quite significantly to fit in with YouTube's current landscape, this new generation of trolling videos are just as, if not more entertaining than they were years ago, and it's safe to say that they will be as influential on many aspiring creators as they were back then. And while the golden age of trolling videos has ended, it's safe to say that they have left a significant impact on YouTube as a whole.